Struggling with stubborn weight gain while managing diabetes? You're not alone, and there's good news. Discover the 7 simple habits that can transform your health and help shed those extra pounds. Dive into this video to unlock these life-changing tips designed specifically to aid seniors in achieving their wellness goals. 7 healthy habits that help diabetics lose weight. Number 1, adopting a diabetes-friendly eating plan. All right, so first up, managing diabetes and successfully losing weight really starts with choosing the right way to eat. Now, there isn't one single diet that's perfect for everyone with diabetes, but there are several well-researched dietary patterns that have shown great results. Getting to know these options can help you make smart choices that fit your own needs and what you like to eat. And of course, always chat with your healthcare provider about this. Take the Mediterranean diet, for instance. It's packed with fruits, veggies, whole grains, lean proteins like fish and poultry, and those good healthy fats like olive oil. It's really an excellent way to go. This style of eating has been connected to better blood sugar control, weight loss, and even a lower risk of heart problems, which, as you know, can be a big concern for folks with diabetes. Plus, because it focuses on whole, natural foods, it automatically helps you keep an eye on your calories and get plenty of nutrients. Then there's another effective approach for many people with diabetes, a low-carbohydrate diet. When you cut back on carbs, especially the refined ones and sugars, your body can often maintain more stable blood sugar levels, and you might even need less insulin. This can really help with weight loss because your body starts burning stored fat for energy. The key here is to make sure you're getting plenty of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and those non-starchy vegetables to keep everything nutritionally balanced. And let's not forget vegetarian or plant-based diets. These can also be incredibly helpful. Diets that center around fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and seeds are usually packed with fiber and low in saturated fat. That fiber is great for helping control your blood sugar and making you feel full, which can lead to eating fewer calories and help with losing weight. Just remember, a bit of careful planning is important to make sure you're getting all the essential nutrients you need, especially protein and vitamin B12. Number 2, prioritizing higher protein, lower carbohydrate meals. Moving on to our second point, for those with diabetes working on weight management, building your meals around higher protein and lower carbohydrate content can truly be a game changer. This way of eating is especially good at helping control hunger and appetite, which, let's face it, can be major challenges when you're trying to lose weight. You see, protein makes you feel fuller for longer compared to carbs, and that really helps cut down the urge to overeat or grab snacks between meals. Now, this approach has another big plus, especially for those who use insulin. It can actually help reduce how much insulin you need. Carbohydrates, as you know, have the most direct effect on blood sugar, so you need insulin to manage that. But by cutting back on carbs and balancing them with enough protein, you can minimize those big blood sugar spikes. And that can mean needing less insulin, which helps break that frustrating cycle of hunger, fat storage, and weight gain that sometimes comes with insulin therapy. When you're aiming for more protein, it's really important to pick lean and healthy sources. Some great choices are skinless chicken or turkey, fish, especially those fatty fish like salmon that are rich in omega-3s, eggs, and lean cuts of meat. Don't forget about plant-based proteins either. Things like beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, and quinoa are fantastic. Mixing up these protein sources is a good idea too, so you get a wide range of amino acids and nutrients. So, getting that balance of macronutrients right is absolutely key. Even when you're cutting back on carbs, it's important not to get rid of them completely, especially those complex carbs that are full of fiber. The main idea is to swap out refined carbs for more protein and healthy fats. This kind of balance helps keep your energy levels up, supports your muscle health, which is super important when you're losing weight, and makes sure your diet is something you can stick with and enjoy in the long run. That way, you can achieve steady weight loss without feeling deprived. Number 3, choosing fiber-rich carbohydrates. All right, let's talk about our third habit, choosing fiber-rich carbohydrates. When you're managing diabetes and trying to lose weight, it's super important to realize that not all carbs are the same. The kind of carbohydrate you pick can really affect your blood sugar levels and how well you're able to lose weight. So, for anyone with diabetes, picking carbs that are high in fiber and low in added sugars is a really fundamental part of a healthy eating plan. You see, carbohydrates that are rich in fiber get digested more slowly by your body. This slower digestion means your blood sugar rises more gradually, which helps prevent those sharp spikes that can really mess with diabetes management. Plus, foods loaded with fiber also help you feel full and satisfied for longer. And that can lead to eating fewer calories overall, making it easier to reach and keep a healthy weight. So, what are some excellent choices for these fiber-rich carbs? Well, think about legumes like beans, lentils, and chickpeas. They're also great sources of protein. Whole grains such as oats, quinoa, barley, and brown rice are definitely better choices than the refined versions. Vegetables, especially the non-starchy kinds, are just packed with fiber and nutrients. Fruits are good too, as long as you eat them in moderation and choose whole fruits instead of juice. They give you valuable fiber and vitamins. And sweet potatoes, in the right portion sizes, are another fantastic example of a carbohydrate that's dense in nutrients and rich in fiber. On the flip side, it's really important to cut back on or even avoid those carbohydrates that don't offer much nutritional value and can really throw off your blood sugar control and weight. We're talking about things like sugary drinks, sodas, sweetened teas, and fruit juices, which are just loaded with empty calories and make your blood sugar shoot up quickly. Processed snacks like chips, cookies, cakes, and candies are usually full of added sugars, unhealthy fats, and refined carbs, all of which can lead to weight gain and make it harder to manage your blood sugar. So, being mindful about where your carbs come from is a really powerful step you can take for better health. Number 4, implementing the diabetes plate method. Next up, at number 4, we have implementing the diabetes plate method. You know, portion control is absolutely essential when you're trying to manage both diabetes and your weight effectively. Eating too much, even if it's healthy food, can still raise your blood sugar and get in the way of your weight loss. The good news is the diabetes plate method is a wonderfully simple, yet really powerful, visual tool that helps you build balanced meals without any complicated counting or measuring. It just makes healthy eating feel more natural. So here's how it works. The method suggests you use a regular 9-inch dinner plate. Picture dividing this plate into different sections. The biggest section, which is half of your plate, should be filled with non-starchy vegetables. These veggies are low in carbs and calories, but packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Think about all those colorful options like leafy greens, spinach, kale, lettuce, and things like broccoli, cauliflower, asparagus, green beans, peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. These vegetables are great because they help you feel full and satisfied, all while keeping your blood sugar nice and stable. Then, 1/4 of your plate should be for lean protein. Protein is so important for feeling full, keeping your muscles healthy, and regulating your blood sugar. Some good choices here include skinless chicken or turkey breast, fish like salmon, cod, or tuna, eggs, lean cuts of beef or pork, and also plant-based options like tofu, tempeh, beans, and lentils. Going for these lean options also helps you keep an eye on your fat intake, which is really important for your heart health too. And finally, the last 1/4 of your plate is for whole grains or starchy vegetables. These foods give you carbohydrates for energy, plus fiber and important nutrients. You'll want to choose things like whole grain bread or pasta, brown rice, quinoa, oats, or barley. Starchy veggies like sweet potatoes, corn, peas, or winter squash also belong in this section. The real key here is controlling the portion size of these carb-rich foods to manage your blood sugar well. So, by using this simple visual guide, you can easily create balanced, satisfying meals that will support both your weight loss goals and your diabetes management. Number 5, consistently engaging in physical activity. Coming in at number 5 is consistently engaging in physical activity. You know, regular exercise is an incredibly powerful tool if you have diabetes and you're looking to lose weight and just feel better overall. Not only does exercise burn calories, which helps with weight loss, but it also plays a really important part in making your body more responsive to insulin and managing those blood sugar levels. One of the best things about consistent exercise is that it really helps you maintain your weight loss in the long run. While changing what you eat is crucial for losing pounds in the first place, physical activity is what helps you keep that weight off. What's more, exercise actually improves your insulin sensitivity. This means your body's cells get better at responding to insulin, so they can take sugar out of your bloodstream more effectively, and that helps lower your blood sugar. Being physically active also directly helps your cells use blood sugar for energy. When you exercise, your muscles use up glucose, and this can lower your blood sugar even without insulin. This effect can be especially helpful right after you've eaten. Plus, regular activity is great for your heart health, cutting down the risk of heart disease and stroke, which, as we know, are common worries for people with diabetes. So, what's the general guideline? Well, for adults, it's recommended to get at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity each week. You can easily break this down into smaller chunks, like doing 30 minutes on 5 days of the week. And what counts as moderate intensity? These are activities that get your heart rate up and make you breathe a bit harder. Think brisk walking, cycling, swimming, dancing, or even some energetic gardening. It's also a good idea to add in some muscle strengthening activities at least 2 days a week. Now, to make exercise a habit that sticks, it's really important to find activities that you actually enjoy. This could be anything. Maybe you join a local walking group, take a dance class, go cycling in the park, or follow workout videos online at home. Working out with a friend or family member can also be a great motivator and make it more fun. Just remember to start slowly, especially if you haven't been very active, and it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor before you start any new exercise routine. Number 6, increasing water intake. All right, our 6th habit is a simple one, but it can have a huge impact: increasing your water intake. This is especially true when you replace sugary drinks with water. You know those drinks like sodas, sweetened iced teas, fruit punches, and those fancy coffee drinks? They're often packed with hidden sugars and empty calories, which really contribute to weight gain and make it tougher to control your blood sugar. By making a conscious effort to choose water or other drinks without added sugar, you can seriously cut down on your daily calorie intake. Just think about it. A single can of regular soda can have about 150 calories and almost 40 grams of sugar. If you replace just one of those drinks with water every day, you could see noticeable weight loss over time, and your blood sugar stability could improve quite a bit. And it's not just about cutting calories. Staying properly hydrated actually supports your weight loss efforts in other ways too. Drinking water, especially before your meals, can help you feel fuller, which might mean you end up eating less. Sometimes our bodies get confused and mistake thirst for hunger, so if you stay well hydrated, you might find yourself snacking less. Now, it's not a magic solution, but some studies even suggest that drinking enough water can give your metabolism a little boost, helping your body burn a few more calories. But there's more. Beyond just helping with calories and making you feel full, staying well hydrated is crucial for all your body's functions, especially your kidney function, and that's really important for anyone with diabetes. Water helps your kidneys get rid of extra glucose through urine, which helps with better blood sugar management. If you get dehydrated, your blood sugar can actually become more concentrated. So, consistently choosing water helps keep those levels stable and supports your body's natural detox processes. A great tip is to carry a reusable water bottle with you as a reminder to drink throughout the day. And if plain water isn't your favorite, try adding some slices of lemon, cucumber, or berries for a nice, natural flavor. Number 7, creating a sustainable meal planning strategy. And finally, we come to our 7th habit, creating a sustainable meal planning strategy. For successful and lasting weight loss when you have diabetes, it's all about thinking past those short-term diets. Instead, the focus should be on developing eating patterns that you can stick with for the long haul. A really well-thought-out meal planning strategy is your key to consistently eating healthier, staying on budget, and keeping your blood sugar in good control over time. So, what does practical meal planning look like? Well, it means setting aside some time each week to figure out what you're going to eat for your main meals and snacks. Doing this really helps you avoid those last-minute unhealthy decisions when you're hungry and rushed. If you create a grocery list based on your meal plan, you'll make sure you have all the healthy ingredients you need, and you'll probably buy fewer of those not-so-good impulse items. You might also want to think about batch cooking some parts of your meals, like grilling a bunch of chicken breasts or cooking a big pot of quinoa, to save you time on busy weekdays. And planning for leftovers can make meal prep for the next day super simple, making healthy eating feel more convenient and less like a daily grind. Other important considerations. Now, beyond these 7 habits we've discussed, there are a few other things that can really influence weight management for people with diabetes. For example, some medications can affect your weight, so it's always a good idea to talk about any concerns with your doctor. Managing stress is also super important because chronic stress can raise your cortisol levels, and that can sometimes lead to weight gain. And don't forget about getting enough good quality sleep. Not getting enough sleep can mess with the hormones that control your appetite, making things trickier. So, to wrap things up, losing weight while you're managing diabetes is definitely an achievable goal, especially when you tackle it with consistent, healthy habits like the ones we've talked about. These 7 strategies really do provide a solid foundation for your success. Just remember, it's often those small, step-by-step changes that lead to the most lasting and significant results. And of course, always team up with your healthcare providers to create a personalized weight management plan that's just right for your own needs and health situation. So, which of these healthy habits are you thinking of trying out first? We'd love to hear about your experiences, so feel free to share them in the comments below. Or you can subscribe to our newsletter for even more tips on managing diabetes. Together, we can build a really supportive community that's all about living healthier with diabetes.